Hello and welcome. Today I was able to decide to create a difference between Battlefield, Call of Duty to say which game is better and why. Just to say, my first impression, Battlefield is really awesome game. I liked it a lot, I like consoles, controls and everything yet related to this wonderful video game. Got to say, maybe you will give one more lover of Battlefield, though I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty. So, let me declare you my thoughts. About graphics, it's simply that race. Call of Duty, Battlefield were always improving graphics, more new details, new pixel shaders, new gamma effects. Everything was pretty much improved with every later version, so it's simply that race. No winner. Gameplay. Gameplay is awesome in both games. I mean, you can simply do whatever you want, unless Call of Duty has little more limitations, but really gameplay is awesome in both games. Missions are variable, you can also go multiplayer, there are so many varieties, you're not in the same surround. So what I can say, also that race. About surround as surround, this is given slight advantage to Battlefield. Why? You fight on the sea, you fight in the aisles, on the ground, this is okay. But in Battlefield you have ability to drive a plane, to drive a chopper, to go in the vehicle. In Call of Duty this is pretty much limited. This is the only reason why this is advantage for Battlefield. About controls, Call of Duty definitely. In Battlefield it is really hard when you drive a plane, chopper, when you drive a vehicle it can be really hard, but also in Call of Duty when you aim with your rifle, you must calm down a little bit, you must try to stay patient. In Battlefield this is not pretty much hard to hit from running if you're experienced player, but in Call of Duty this is extremely hard, you must stop. So, slight advantage to Call of Duty. Vehicles. Battlefield definitely, I told you, planes, choppers, ships, vehicles, jeeps, normal vehicles. I mean, you can choose whatever you like, even the surround. Battlefield definitely. Rallies, Call of Duty, definitely Call of Duty. When you receive a headshot, you fall right away. In Battlefield you receive a headshot, slight red screen and that's it. In Call of Duty you receive a hard bullet, you must cover up, and this is normal. I mean, if you receive a bullet to the head you will walk heavier, and this is all basically it. And about Call of Duty, there are no these types of mistakes. I mean, in Battlefield you receive a headshot, you still walk. It's totally unrealistic. Varieties, textures. Let's just talk about varieties. So many varieties in both games. I really don't know, for me this is totally that race, no winner. Textures, awesome in both video games. I mean, I must congrats to programmers. Not awesome, but awesome for textures. Also that race. Sniper mode, Call of Duty definitely. You know, in Battlefield when you act with the sniper, you aim, this is so much simple. Call of Duty must press shift button, if I remember well you can adjust that button. It's pretty much heavier, more realistic, but I always aim for realism, so what can I say? Sneaking. In both games this is pretty much well done. There are both shootouts, first person, but you can sneak off the back to your enemy. Very well made in both video games, so that's race, but no sneaking. I mean, these are no sneaking games. Unable pretty much to compare with, for example, Splinter Cell or Hitman. Headshot, Call of Duty definitely. You receive a headshot, you're down. In Battlefield your opponent receives a headshot, in most cases he will fall, but if you receive a headshot there is medium possibility that you will continue to walk. So, no. Call of Duty. Driving, Battlefield definitely. Not only for the Jeep, controls are more realistic, better done. You can drive a plane, you can throw bombs. You can shoot from the chopper, I mean there is nothing you cannot do. Driving this part is definitely better than in Battlefield, though I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty. Advanced controls, that race, really that race. Like advanced controls in both video games, programmers gave a great choice. Sprint button also great made in both video games. Sprinting is pretty much realistic, your rifle is moving, I mean you're unable pretty much to aim. You are pretty much about will my rifle be okay or anything else. That is something that I definitely like in this video game. And in both video games, injuries. Call of Duty so much more realistic. Injuries in Call of Duty are like you're injuring yourself in real life. In Battlefield, this is only one dot, one red screen, and that's it. And about cutscenes of the injuries, this is very well done in Battlefield. You know, in Baku, in the last part, this water level in Baku, when you end up in the sea, you remember when he cuts off the leg, but pretty much more realistic is that done in Call of Duty. It is possible, but with knife, to cut off a bone, it's pretty much impossible. But okay, idea is good, but this is advantage for Call of Duty. About multiplayer, I prefer Battlefield definitively, because you have more options, more choices. Anyway, multiplayer is dependent of your comrades, so what can I say? You can be the champ, you can lose, but details for multiplayer are pretty much better in Battlefield, according to me. And you know what? This is 5 pluses for Call of Duty, 4 pluses to Battlefield, and everything else is Death Race. This is really slight victory for Call of Duty, but I must tell that Battlefield is an awesome video game, and I'm happy because this video game has so much fans all around the world.